G'day. Alright, so we're going to return to where we were up to in Oxygen Not Included, so it's start of Cycle 6. Now having a look at the comments that were put on, one of the big suggestions seemed to be read the different things that are available. So to save you guys having to sit there and look at it, I've had a look through all the different menus at the top to try to sort of get an idea of I guess, what sort of information they're passing off to me. And one thing I did learn in that is that my buddy Rowan here has food poisoning, which I learned in the, let's see if I can remember, vitals page. So you can see over here he's saying he's got food poisoning. And I noticed on my skills page too, Travoldo has a skill point. So what I want to spend that on, I have no idea. So I think for now I'll just hold on to it. And if I still have it at the end, feel free to mention it. That is a suggestion of something that I can have, or what I was probably best spending it on. One other thing that people did mention was oxite, and they commented that I'd dug through some oxite right at the beginning, but oxite is very valuable to me, so I don't want to be doing that, because that's just free air. So that is something to, I guess, keep my mind on for future. Okay, so that water is polluted. Now, what is causing this pollution? The sandstone? Did this sink? Did that water rise? What's happened there? Maybe the sandstone's fallen down, polluted it, and then pushed that up. Okay, well let's get started again. Now the other comment was that wash basins should be right next to toilets. So what I'm going to do is we will dig out this. I'll put a wash basin right next to that toilet. There seems to be a lot of junk around that we're already sort of not looking great. I notice that water is back down a bit. It's sort of ebbing and flowing a bit. Where's that fertilizer coming from? So I suppose the big question on that. So we want plumbing. We'll put... not plumbing, I guess. It will be... wash basin. Let's put that up here. So people, I guess, with dirty hands don't have to wander all the way through. I don't know if that's a problem. There's a whole level of sludge here that's the problem. So I guess it's what people aren't cleaning this out, and what's causing it is poops rolling downhill. So I guess we don't want to break into these unbreathable gases. See, someone mentioned as well to suggest that I have a look around at my surroundings to get a feel for it. Now, possibly, then what I should be doing is cutting my way over to this water, so it's not at risk like this water down here is, because this is nasty. Why is no one addressing this? Do I need to assign people to cleaning duty? Poor Rowan is not having a great time of it at the moment. Alright, well let's just set up a dig. Up through there. So that's hard digging. Okay. No research focus selected. So is that something that I can make this guy focus on? Advanced research. Let's give that to him and see what happens. Just to those that already had a suggestion of what I should be doing lined up. I assume this is saying how much longer he's stuck with that problem. I hope. But definitely that number's going down. Now that hasn't helped with this guy. We've definitely upped our oxygen production, but we're still not there yet. Batteries are lasting a while. My fabrication's queued. Ingredients will not fabricate items unless recipes are queued. Alright. Dirt and water. It seems like we've got an ability to make those. So let's... I don't know, 20 mush bars? What can we do to fix this? Why is this such a problem? Should we disassemble it? Should I move the bathroom somewhere much less hazardous? It's a problem for our drinking water. Feels like what we should do is dig down this way. So we'll dig up, say, a hole that way, and then put it down here so that there's a lip of where you have to go to use it. Just not sure if there's something I just don't have that means that they're not cleaning up this weird sewage mess this is creating. We are still working, falling behind against the oxygen, so I obviously need to address that as well. I wonder if that slowly goes away, or if it now just means that that's permanently polluted till it otherwise gets addressed. Clean these up, it would be great. Well, they're just the sandstone, they just look like poop. More the polluted water that we want to get someone to clear out. Poor Stinky's running back and forth trying to get everything sorted here. Alright, let's speed things up. Printables, choose a blueprint. Duplicate skills. Improve carrying? Is that just sort of more saying that I've done that? Choose a blueprint. Have another guy, or we can have a... Increase science. I'm going to take this guy. I'll build another bed for him. Go there. Hopefully the batteries aren't noisy for him sleeping. I've got... Stinky's got hypothermia. Sorry, Stinky, what can we do to help with that? I guess it's the soggy feet. It's permanently walking back and forth through this sludgy water that we need to address. So she's got hypothermia as well. Oh, Rowan's just got multiple diseases, the poor fella. At least it's the same one guy that's suffering it all. Okay. So I'm really not sure about what needs to be done to stop this just flooding. It's definitely not great. But that's why we're going to get rid of it and move it over here. And we'll sort of dig down a little bit to stop that from being able to get anywhere except the toilet. And they're trying their hardest to keep it clean, it seems. Nice to see them having some pleasant chit-chat up there. Getting that food. It does, again, feel just like I need more oxygen being created. Get down there. Okay, so if I select this, does it just allow me to do the whole thing? Cool. Maybe that's where I was missing the mark there. Great. Yeah, probably bringing in another person wouldn't be great if my issue is that I don't have enough oxygen. Now I realize I've got the option to make things a priority, prioritize things, so I could sort of try and prioritize this, but it does feel like that the sewerage problem is going to be a real long-term concern if I don't address it. But I only really want the priority of one person, say, to be it, and that basically they just... That I can make it a 4? I mean, someone got over there and started doing it anyway before he ran down there to sneeze. He is not feeling well, poor Rowan. He's got something else now as well because his hypothermia has kicked in a second time. Rowan, take a day, mate. Just sit this one out. Have a crack at it tomorrow. Mop tool. Okay, that's probably one that I should have read a while ago. So if I move my mop tool... Do I have a mop tool sitting somewhere? Mop liquid spills. This easy, and I've just not known I have to... I just didn't have the common sense to stop standing in pooey water themselves. That one's on me, fellas. Apologies. Possibly that's why my oxygen was less generation going on as well, I hope. I noticed that that's created a whole bunch of bottles. A bunch of oxygen bottles that are... Okay. Now, how are we doing food-wise? That's probably something that we want to work out too. How many of those mush bars have we made? Let's up that to 30. I don't quite know how much food I've got at the moment. I really do need to work out what menu I should be referring to for that. Consumables. I guess this is saying that they'll eat them, or they're allowed to eat them. Okay, so I can sort of tell people they can't eat things if I think that it's going to be detrimental to everyone else. End of another day, no one has disease. we can call that a win. This research is now done. I suppose we'll kick straight into meal preparation, but that also means I should have a look to see if I've now got algae terrarium. So that sounds like that's going to be helpful. So that's obviously what these exclamation marks are meaning down here. So let's get an algae terrarium there. Let's put one down here. One over here. Start with 3 of those. Food-wise, we have ration box, so we'll see if we can fit that up there somewhere. We can't. Let's just put it there. Planter box. That sounds swell. So 2 of those there. And compost. That sounds helpful. So let's chuck that down here. No, let's put it over here. Because I think again we don't want to put that above our water source. Now, can I say to someone to mop that up? Is that a best I can say, or is that not really feasible? Yeah, a lot to do today, fellas. Notice that the attributes there have improved. I guess I wonder if they maybe automatically will upgrade if they're doing something, or if it's just... if it's just random or what, but I'll take it. A lot to be done. So, not gonna sort of scream at anyone to get onto anything exceptionally quick. We're all healthy and stress-free. Feels like a good place to be. Okay, so I guess those mush bars need refrigeration, which we still don't have. Now, one of the sort of ways that I'm playing this that you might notice is that I generally find that I learn better from doing than from reading. So a lot of the time it seems like I'm not sort of like studying through the menus or trying to get it, and it's genuinely just not the way that I play games. It is a fault of mine. Generally, the person that I play a lot of co-op games with, it's his strength, which makes us a really good combination, or at least it makes him a good combination for me. A lot of times I'll really just sort of try and have at it and see if I can figure it out as problems arise. Which does definitely, for a game like this, I think will suggest that I might crash and burn savagely at some point, surely. Or if I can pick it up quick enough, we'll be right. But from the sounds of things, I'm expecting the former of those two situations to play out. Alright, so we've got these planter boxes. Got these different seeds we can choose from. So let's go Melwood seed for one. And let's go the Blossom seed for the other. We can put anything in there. No, that's fine. This area here definitely isn't getting as much attention as I'd like. But, I mean, if they've got other stuff to do, they've got other stuff to do, I suppose. Now, I assume stuff grays out like this because they just can't reach it anymore. It's too high, they can't get up there. That's grayed out because they have to clear out this first line before they'll do anything about it. That makes sense, so no qualms with that. It's a bummer that this is just permanently staying. Just cancel that mop, I guess. No surface germs. Oh, look at that oxygen rates now. Still not overly clear. These guys are, I mean, are as they're red because they're probably like sucking in that unbreathable stuff. Hopefully they are. They're making it a better place. Die? Or is that just saying that he's ready? What's wrong with the toilet? Out of order. Requires emptying. Hopefully that just means that someone in the morning has to get to it, as opposed to me having to order someone to do it. Hopefully that's what this is. No? So who empties it? Infect, attack, pour, capture, extract, harvest, mop, move. Can I say to mop it? No? Oh, there we go. Thank you, Rowan. Okay, now that's ready to go. So, before we start a new set of research, we want to have a look at what extra things we've given ourselves. He uses a floor tile and rotated. Egg cracker. Alright, well it sounds like we want an electric grill somewhere in here. Let's put it there. Now, I've got floor pieces I can build. They were located in base. Cool, get to that one. And furniture, we've got a mess table. Gives them a place to eat. Sounds quite nice as well. Let's dig out this way then. I mean, digging doesn't seem to be taking overly high priority at the moment for anyone, but... let's build that one since we've got the other one already cycled through once. We'll see what happens if we, those ones are a bit more long-term, they might be more worthwhile. Some fertilization. I do like that even though I've looked at them, they stay exclamated because I haven't built them. Cultivatable soil seems like that would be good to have as well. Let's continue our digging theme for today. We'll go out this way. Why'd you get cold there, Stinky? Have we got a... Oh, we got another mop-up bill here. I guess because I don't have the oxygen up here anymore, it's suggesting that it is happier than it was. Means I probably don't need to worry about pressing any more oxygen. I've probably now got an absurd amount. Someone over here was complaining about food. We, It's priorities for what they're doing, I guess. Everyone else has skill points now. Well, I like that it tells me that there's someone that's already got that. Does make that easier to do. Alright, well, Stinky, if you love construction, let's give you construction. If you love medicine, Rowan, we'll give you medicine. San will give you improved farming. And Ellie... we'll give you hard digging. Sorry, Ellie. Now, this time I think that I'll go for something different. I don't know how important it is to keep building my community. And I would have got him with hard digging. Well, let's bring in Mima. Need to build another bed for Mima. So it does seem at the moment digging is the main objection of what we're going to see on cycle 10. It does have a little bit of a feel of Fallout Shelter to it. I mean, Fallout Shelter was a lot more sort of casual, I think, than this, but it just has a sort of a game it's reminding me of. Now, Ellie is food poisoning. Got 2 days to have to bear that. Sorry, Ellie. You do some hard digging while you're not feeling well. That'd be helpful for us. Alright, so let's put a mess table down here. I overlooked that one square there. Let's get rid of that. Slowly getting there with that dig that way. And we've got some mush fries. We might make these. We might enjoy having those a bit more. Colony lacks grilling. That seems a problem. But we've still got more bars on their way. Oh, there's depth to this. That was a surprise. Alright. Produces medicine to cure basic diseases seems handy. Liquid movement seems like it'd be handy. Gas pipes, yeah, I can see that being valuable. Decor, not so much. I mean, these ones aren't considered basic. So, water cooler, don't really need that. Let's go power. Poor Ellie is not doing well. Still fighting the good fight. I'd say that grilling isn't... Colony likes grilling. Is that something that... skill required? So I assume that... someone like... Mima, that if we go skills... Grilling, there it is. Mima! Cook for us, Mima. Ellie is looking a little bit worse for wear there. She's going to sleep well tonight, I'd say. The research is moving through at a rate that's, I mean, good and bad. Like, it almost feels like I'm getting through it so fast that I should be doing more and more, but I don't know if it's almost detrimental to be sort of overloading myself with so much stuff. I mean, imagine if I had a strategy of how I was going to play the game, I would be trying to build a whole bunch of stuff really quickly to address it. Sort of go like, alright, this is what I need, and I need it as quick as possible. Definitely not something that I'm top of yet. Okay, so oxygen produced last cycle is back to being a concern. Let's have a look in this research. Was that... did power? Was there something to do with gases? Gas from gas pipes, I'm not quite sure what a lot of that would be to do with. Seems like that's going to be complicated once I start dealing with that. Let's go medicine. Feels like that's going to get complicated if I start dealing in switches. Sounds like we would benefit from having a jumbo battery somewhere. Let's put our battery down here. Just where it'll fit. Got a wire to run from there to there. Okay, so that would sort of be if I want to have separate electrical setups, I suppose. So I'm yet to see what the benefit of that would be for I guess, my current layout. And it sort of seems like if you've got... I suppose if you've got a set of electronics that you don't think are priority one, so you want your oxygen, say, permanently running, permanently using the batteries, and you don't want something else that's not anywhere near as useful, taking up that sort of space on the electrical grid. I suppose you could sort of separate it out, have a switch between it and the wiring to it. So we might make this one the last day of this this run. Okay, so still a lot of this digging is left to be done. How's Ellie doing? So she'll feel better at the end of today. So Trivaldo was stressed for the briefest of moments there, but he's back with us. Colony achievement at... Good for us. Opening the temperature overlay, checking the thermal tolerances, okay. So not surprisingly near the batteries is a bit warmer, and then up here we're getting hotter too. I guess to this point the only times we've been cold is when we've dealt with, that's where my overlays are. Right, so I don't have to keep clicking on oxygen down the bottom to figure that out. Now this seems like a dead spot for oxygen, this whole upstairs bit. Why do we not have any oxygen up there? Have I just not put anything up there? Alright. Well, let's get a few more going. Let's put one there. And I thought my algae might have helped a little bit, but I guess not. Let's connect a wire to him. And then a wire to him. Now our overlay. Temperature. So I guess a really broken down way of looking for the materials. Light. I wonder if they have any issues with the light. No plumbing, no surprises there. I'll certainly have to learn more about ventilation, I'd say. They obviously want a bit more positive decor around. We're trying to survive, fellas. I think you can overlook that a little bit. Yeah, not too bad there for our germs. Farming. Room. Yeah, so I'm not doing too well in terms of breaking rooms up for specific purposes at this stage, since there's beds almost everywhere. So it would be good to get one of these in. What I'll do is just dig out this side a little bit more here, with the intention of placing that in there. I do like that you can build something before you've even dug it out, just so that I don't forget that that's what my idea was down there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now that they've knocked those out is I'm going to put an outhouse here and an outhouse there. I'll build dispose of this outhouse, but obviously not until I've built these two. And then I'll dispose of this sink now, because I don't think that it's useful at all. And I'll put a second sink here. And hopefully this lip here is going to keep the outhouses a bit sort of, if they do overflow, they're not going to bleed it into the rest of the building. What I might even do is build a little ditch on this side that sort of runs down, so that if anything does happen, it's going to tip off this way. Hopefully once I get this battery built, we'll won't have those issues of running out of power completely again. There's cycle 12 there, but I just want to make sure that I remember what I'm doing. I guess it's got to be basically those outhouses have got to be constructed. Cool, there's that guy's getting that one built. So with that being built, I will declare that one deconstructed. And Sneak that in there too. Great, alright, I think that's looking good. Hopefully I've set myself up better for the next time. I mean, the comments that I got on the first one were very kind. That people, I think the worst that someone said was that they sort of liked it for how they reminding them of how little they knew when they started. Yeah, let's I think getting those oxygen machines up and running at the top will be good as well. But yeah, until next time, I will catch you later. I'll pause right there. I'll save and quit. See ya.